Our verse today is Mark chapter 9, verse 4. And there appeared to them Elijah with Moses, and they were talking with Jesus. In this reflection, I want to take a deeper look at the symbolism of Moses and Elijah's presence with Jesus on the mountain of the Transfiguration. Why Moses and Elijah? The Transfiguration happened towards the end of the ministry of Jesus. St. Luke tells us that Moses and Elijah were speaking with Jesus about his departure, which he was about to accomplish in Jerusalem. Luke chapter 9, verse 28. What would Moses and Elijah be discussing with Jesus? Suppose Jesus comes to fulfill the law and the prophets, and Moses and Elijah represent the law and the prophets. In that case, we should expect these two men to talk about their challenges in their ministry. The Gospels want to show that Jesus has some commonalities with both men. First, Moses and Elijah were revered and are still revered in Judaism as great prophets based on the extraordinary end of their lives and the eschatological expectation of the Jewish people. Both Moses and Elijah in Judaism are praised as people who had an extraordinary end. In the case of Moses, he died. God buried him, and no one knows his grave. Deuteronomy chapter 34, 5-6. For Elijah, he was taken up into heaven. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11. He didn't die. So the Jewish people anticipated that God would raise a prophet like Moses, whom they will listen to. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 15. Is it any wonder that we hear the words of the Father on the mountain of transfiguration? This is my beloved Son, listen to him. God is not just raising a prophet, but offering his beloved Son. Listen to him. Elijah was not a writing prophet, and his presence with Jesus relates to his role as the precursor of the Messiah. Elijah was to return to prepare the way before the advent of the day of the Lord. Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. Second, God revealed himself to Moses and Elijah on Mount Sinai. Exodus 3 and 1 Kings chapter 19. Both men had a unique experience of the theophany on Mount Sinai, where God spoke to them. In their presence, God now speaks about his Son. Third, Moses and Elijah had difficulties and experienced low moments like Jesus will experience during the Passion. Moses cried out at different times to God because he was overwhelmed by the load on his shoulders and wanted to abort his mission. Read Numbers chapter 11, verse 11, Exodus 17, verse 4. Elijah had a very difficult time too. He wanted God to take his life when Jezebel threatened him. He was totally devastated. 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 4. Jesus would hit his lowest moment in the Garden of Gethsemane and ask God to remove the cup if possible. Matthew 26:39, Mark 14:36. Fourth, Moses and Elijah were rejected by authorities and their people. The people rebelled against Moses at different times, both in the land of Egypt and in the wilderness. Exodus 15:24, 16:2, 17:3, Numbers 12, verse 1. Elijah complained that he was the only prophet left. 1 Kings 18, verse 22, 19, verse 10 and 14. Jesus will suffer a similar fate. He will be rejected by his people and sent to the cross, shouting, "Crucify him." And finally, Moses and Elijah felt like giving up their ministry. When we look at Elijah and Moses' figure, we see that their presence at the mountain of transfiguration had many things to do with the coming passion of Jesus. When we are experiencing low moments in our lives, let us not forget that even great prophets and Jesus had their low moments. Lord, when the going is tough, give us the grace to listen to you and face the challenges relying on your word. Amen. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.